The reason that I wanted to do this was because of the fact that cancer is a terrible, terrible disease for anyone. As a matter of fact, at this very time, I have a sister-in-law who is battling a battle with stage 4 lung cancer. But it's almost unimaginable to think of children having to go through this same type of horrible experience. And so it's just kind of been in my heart to want to do something to help these children that are there at St. Jude. No family that goes there and takes their child there ever has to pay anything. All of their travel, all of their food, all of their housing, and all of the care that is given to them is absolutely free. And no family ever pays anything out of pocket.
Well, we are so glad tonight that you've come out. And for St. Jude, we are here, Spring Forward St. Jude. And if you're wondering how that particular title came about, then look at your watch, because we're going to be springing forward in the next few hours. Of course, if you've got one of those telephones, it's going to automatically do it, and you won't have to worry about it. But we are glad that you've come tonight, and we hope that you will allow us to entertain you a little bit. And then also, we want to encourage you to make a generous donation to St. Jude Children's Hospital, one of the greatest, probably one of the greatest mission hospitals in all of America. No family, no parent ever has to pay a dime of either travel or food or lodging or care for their child when their child is a patient at St. Jude. So we want to encourage you, please, to the front desk will be where you can make a donation if you like. And also you'll receive there as well for your donation, you'll receive a receipt to where you can use that for your tax deduction. And so we thank you again for coming out. I am Tom Jones Review, and so we're going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off. I want to thank Mr. Rob Robertson and Dia Schultz for allowing us to come and allowing us to use this beautiful facility tonight to be able to put on this show. Thank you very much. You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. You don't need experience to turn me out. You just leave it all up to me. I show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular side I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. You gotta not talk dirty, baby, if you wanna impress me. You can't be too flirty, mama. I know how to undress me. Let me be your fantasy, and maybe you can be mine. You gotta leave it all up to me. We can have a good time. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular side I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. I think I'm gonna dance now. said they rule my world. At your age, mama, not your shoe size. Maybe we can do the twirl. You don't have to watch Dynasty to have an attitude. You gotta leave it all up to me. My love will be your food. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular side I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have to explain a little something. I started, my beautiful wife back here, Peggy, she sent me, she gave me a Ancestry DNA kit for Christmas. And so I got that kit and I spit in the little bottle, you know, and I sent it off and it came back, and of course I was really anxious to see where I came from. And when I opened it up and I saw that I was 65% British Wales. And so I've been diligently trying to find to see if Tom Jones is my cousin. But the thing about it was I went to my doctor the other day, and I had my yearly checkup, and she knows me pretty well, and so I went in and I was talking like this, and she said, "Are you the Southern boy, or are you British?" And I said, and I told her the story, and I said, I found out I'm 65% British Wales. And I said, and now I find that about 65% of the time I'm talking like this. And so she said there was no cure for that. She couldn't do anything to help me. So anyway, that's the explanation. All right, Noah. All right. Love is like candy on a shelf. You want to taste and help yourself. The sweetest things are there for you. Help yourself, take a few. That's what I want you to do. We're always told repeatedly, the very best in life is free. And if you want to prove it's true, baby, I'm telling you, this is what you should do. Just help yourself to my lips, to my arms. Just say the words and they are yours. Just help yourself to the love in my heart. Your smile has opened up the door. The greatest wealth that exists in this world could never buy what I can give. So help yourself to my lips, to my arms, and let's really start to live. Oh yeah! All right. Great friends back here from Lowe's, my country, yeah. My heart has room enough for two, more than enough for me and you. I'm rich with love, a millionaire. I've so much, it's unfair. Why don't you take a share? Just help yourself to my lips, to my arms. Just say the words and they are yours. Just help yourself to the love in my heart. Your smile has opened up the door. The greatest wealth that exists in this world could never buy what I can give. Just help yourself to my lips, to my arms, and let's really start to live. Just help yourself. Thank you. Growing up in Memphis, I was very familiar with
St. Jude Children's Hospital. As a matter of fact, the hospital began in 1962, founded by Danny Thomas, as a hospital where children with cancer could be brought, and the hospital, having a research type of mission, has actually, from the time that it began, the cure rate was something like 20%, and now it has increased over these years to somewhat like 90% of all sorts of childhood cancers.
Your hometown looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to greet me is my mama and my papa. Down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me, arms reaching, smiling sweetly. Yes, it's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Your house is still standing, but the paint is cracked and dry, and there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I wait and look around me at the four gray walls that surround me. Yes, I realized I was only dreaming. But there's a God, and there's a sad old padre. Arm in arm, we'll walk at daybreak, and then I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me beneath the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me the green, green grass of home. I've got myself an obsession. It's on another dimension. Don't need a whole lot of protection, 'cause I've been getting what I'm getting. I'm getting mine. Hope, dreams, goals, you know. Oh, you got to give a little love. Give a little love. Go on and do it. You can't confuse it. Give a little love. Give a little love. Go on, just do it. Go! I've been plenty. So why are we running on empty when we've been touched by so many? And still there are those without any light. Those dreams, those you know. Oh, you got to give it love, give it love. Go on, just do it. Can't confuse it. Give it love, give it love. Go on, just do it. Go. You know you got to do what you can. You know you got to try and understand. You got to give it love, give it love. Go on, just do it. You can't confuse it. Give it love, give it love. Go on, just do it. Go! You got to give it love, give it love. Go on, just do it. You can't confuse it. Give it love, give it love. Go on, just do it. Go! Give a little love, give a little love. Give a little love. Give a little love. Give a little love. Thank you. I don't wanna lose this good thing that I got. If I do, I would surely lose a lot. 'Cause your love is far better than any love I know. It's like thunder, lightning. The way you love me is frightening. You know I better not on wood, baby. Well, I'm not superstitious about you, but I can take no chance. You got my head spinning, baby, yeah. Got me in a trance. 'Cause your love is far better than any love I know. It's like thunder, lightning. The way you love me is frightening. You know I better not on wood, baby. Well, you know that weak woman, yeah. Well, she's my buttercup. When I'm going empty, she comes and fills me up. 'Cause her love is far better than any love I know. It's like thunder, lightning. The way you love me is frightening. You Thank you. Thanks so much.
Well, my background, I've always loved music from the time that I was probably 7 or 8 years old. And I remember my dad had purchased an old upright piano, and I learned the scale up and down the key scale, and didn't realize it at the time, but I had an ear for music. And so began playing the piano a little bit, graduated from that to playing a saxophone. From that I went on to start singing, sang in church, and then I kind of more or less growing up in Memphis, it's hard to live there without hearing Elvis. And so I started doing some Elvis impersonation. As a matter of fact, about 3 years ago, I did another St. Jude Benefit here in Cold Spring. We called it Blue Christmas for St. Jude. It was around Christmas time. And then this latest one, I've been singing. I have what I call myself Tom Jones Review, and I sing a lot of Tom Jones songs.
Making me an orphan and don't look at you cinema. The live action, all the noise of the traction beats up on the streets is ready to mark up. Better not cut it off, don't shark them sharks. But they don't fight, nothing here tonight. And I wonder how we're gonna make a whole TV hunter. Under sea, under me, under you, under we, undecided, undivided. If I hold in you what I could do to make you love me. If I hold in you what I could do to make you love me. Yeah. Up north where the snow grows colder, I traveled on across the border. I looked up a girl that I was too frozen. I found I was chosen to be the father of deity, to make myself scarce when they come to free bargain for my body and soul. The flames go around and surround me. I won't go. I need the ozone. I want to cuddle up behind your backbone. I never stay long where I'm not wanted. I feel haunted. Oh, brother, when you gonna go back to the war zone and break down the wall? If I only knew what I could do to make you love me. If I only knew what I could do to make you love me. What I could do to make you happy. If I only knew what I could do to make you love me. Bared my soul to the golden traces. I went to the forest of the holy places. And I wonder how I'm gonna make a whole thing hunter. Under sea, under me, under you, under we, undivided, undecided. Make you love me. If I only knew what I could do to make you love me. If I only knew what I could do to make you happy. If I only knew what I could do to make you love me. If I only knew what I could do to make you love me. If I only knew what I could do to make you love Thank you very much.
Really, the way that this came about was I thought, you know, what can I do to help with the mission of St. Jude? And of course, everyone can help. Everyone can call St. Jude and make a donation. I remember it was quoted that several years ago, Danny Thomas, before he passed away, he said, "I would rather have every American give $1 to donate to St. Jude than to have a relatively few millionaires to give $1 million." And so I thought to myself, my wife and I, we both contribute, we both give regularly to the hospital. But I thought, well, maybe I can use my talent in some way to help encourage others and hold benefits to raise money for the hospital, which the hospital actually, it costs $2.8 million a day for the hospital to operate. And so it's a huge, tremendous undertaking for the hospital to operate, to be open, to be able to accomplish the mission that it accomplishes. And it takes everybody that possibly can to help donate and help give.
Last night, quietly, she walked through my mind as I lay searching for sleep. Her soft hand reached out, she whispered my name as she brushed a tear from my cheek. And then those funny, familiar, forgotten feelings start walking all over my mind. It's sad, so sad, to watch love go bad when a new love would not have gone wrong. I'm just thankful for the good times we had, for without them I could not go on with all those funny, familiar, forgotten feelings walking by anyone. Not unusual to have fun with anyone. If I see you out and about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. Oh, I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time. If I see you out and about, it's such a crime. It's not unusual happens every day. No matter what you say, you know it happens all the time. Luck you never do what you wanted to. Why can't this crazy love of mine It's not unusual to be mad with anyone. Not unusual to be sad with anyone. You find everybody that you change at any time. It's not unusual to find a man in love with you. Oh yeah, it's not unusual. Yeah, it's not unusual.
My message to people about St. Jude would be just simply contact them at their 800 number. They're very, very easy to deal with and very anxious to have people to help them. And you can donate, as I said, either online. You can donate by calling. Even if you have some sort of a benefit that you would like to do. I've known that there actually have been people that would go around that had these large barbecue cookers, and they would go around and do benefits for St. Jude by doing barbecues. And any way that you can raise money to help the hospital is much appreciated by them. And it's very rewarding, especially when you realize that you're helping children to overcome this disease. The thing that's just so fascinating to me is that in all of the material and all of the different promotions that I have seen and viewed, these kids are really brave, even though they're going through probably one of the most horrific times of their life. They're very brave, and it's almost like they have no fear, but you can do something to help in their fight against this terrible disease, and I hope that you will.
I know that it's late and I really should leave you alone, but you're good to hold and I feel such a long way from home. Yes, I know that our love is in you, but I promise it's going to be true. Please let me say, don't you send me away, oh no, no. Tell me, baby, that you need me. Say you'll never leave me. Love me tonight. Hold me down and hold me longer. I can't bring you over. Love me tonight. Something is burning inside. Something that can't be denied. I can't let you out of my sight, darling. Love me tonight. And now I can hardly believe that you really are here. Here in my heart you belong. How could this feeling be wrong? Please stay inside, 'cause I
but anyone, you know, world over, you know, and there are those that come from all around the world to the hospital for care. One of the things that I think is one of the great attributes of St. Jude Hospital is the fact that they share all of the research that they've learned and that all the discoveries that they come up with. They share it with the entire world community, medical community, which is a very great thing.
I've been in love so many times, thought I knew the score. Now you're treating me so bad, baby, can't take it anymore. And it looks like I'm never gonna fall in love again. Those things they said about you, I thought they were only lies. When I caught you in his arms, baby, God just broke down and cried. And it looks like I'm never gonna fall in love again. I gave my heart so freely, cast aside my pride, yeah. When you fell for someone else, baby, I just broke up all inside. And it looks like I'm never gonna fall in love again. That's why I'm singing.
Well, I work at Lowe's Home Improvement as a cashier, and then I also, in addition to doing benefits for St. Jude, I go around and go to extended care homes, to assisted living homes, and where they need entertainment, I'll go in and I'll entertain for about an hour, and people come out to hear me, and it's just really great. It's very rewarding to me, and it also allows me to use my musical abilities in a way as well.
And I ain't heard high nor hair from you there. I wanna know, can you tell me? Am I in love to stay? Take me to the river. Take me to the river. And wash me down. Drop me in the water. Drop me in the water. Take me to the river. Keep my feet on the ground. Drop me in the water. Treat me so bad with all the good things that we could have had. And now you're gonna make me blue. That's all I wanna know. Can you tell me? Am I in love to stay? Take me to the river. Take me to the river. And wash me down. Brown. Drop me in the water, water. Hold me, squeeze me, please me, tease me, till I can't no more. Oh, don't you know, I just can't take it no more. I love you like I do, with all the changes that you put me through. 16 candles are standing on my wall, and now you want to make a fool of us all. I want to know, can you tell me? Am I in love to stay? Take me to the river. And wash me down.
I think that my faith, for one thing, has done that. My compassion for people. There was for almost 30 years I was a minister in the Baptist church, and so I saw a lot of suffering, saw a lot of people that had to go through tremendous hardship, and I think the hardest part was actually, again, and specifically speaking of St. Jude, I think it was the fact of seeing children having to go through those kinds of hardships.
Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind you'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. Well, she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a winner. She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about the little lady. And the lady is mine. something nice to say, oh what a blessing. I can leave her on her own, knowing she's okay at home and there's no blessing. She's a lady, whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about the lady, and the lady is mine. Well, she never asks very much, and I don't refuse her. Always treat her with respect, never would abuse her. What she's got is hard to buy, and I don't want to lose her. Help me build a mountain from a little pile of clay. Well, she knows what I'm about. She can take what I just shout, and that's not easy. Yes, she knows me through and through, and she knows just what to do and how to please me. She's a lady, whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about the lady, and the lady is mine. Yeah, 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 she's a lady. Whoa, yeah, she's a lady.
I'm passionate about my wife. I'm, you know, I love sports to some degree, and let's see, what else would there be? I don't play golf, but I really enjoy music, and I enjoy, you know, the different artists that have come along, you know, over the years.
I see you every day walking down the avenue. I'd like to get to know you, but all I do is smile at you. 'Cause when it comes to talking, my tongue gets so tight. This type of love affair has got me high as a kite. Yeah, yeah. There's something about you, baby, I like. Well, I'm a slow walker, but girl, I'll run a mile for you. Just to get there in time for a peekaboo rendezvous. Well, maybe it's the way you wear your blue jeans so tight. I can put my finger on what you're doing right. Yeah, yeah, there's something about you, baby, I like. Oh, yeah! When I go home to sleep, I turn out the light. You come strolling through my dreams most every night. Yeah, yeah, there's something about you, baby, I like. I'm standing on the corner, hiding by the telephone. I'd like to get to know you, check you over like a fine-tooth comb. Well, I don't need astrology to tell me what's right. The sign I'm looking at is such a beautiful sight. Oh yeah, there's something about you, baby, I like. I said yeah, yeah, there's something about you, baby, I like. Gotta say it again now. I said yeah, 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 there's something about you, baby, I like. I said ooh, 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 there's something about you, baby, I like. I said yeah, yeah, there's something about you, baby, I like. Thank you very much. Every time I hear that song, every time I sing that song actually, I think of a dear friend of mine that passed away about 3 or 4 years ago. His name's Greg Moore. And we did kind of a ad hoc, kind of an impromptu recording session up north of Cincinnati. And I remember I was doing that song, and he was standing on the side right there beside the microphone, and right on the end there, because I was running out of breath. And he was standing there, and he just kept going like this. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. But Greg Moore, a good friend of ours, and greatly, greatly missed. Great talent, wonderful guy. All right, sir. Baby, take off your coat real slow. Baby, take off your shoes. I can help you. Take off your shoes. Baby, take off your dress. Yes, yes, yes. You can leave your hat on. You can leave your hat on. You can leave your hat on. Go over there, turn on the lights, all the lights. Come back here, stand on that chair. Ooh, baby, that's right. Put your arms in the air. Now shake it. You give me reason to live. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, you can leave your heart home, baby. Suspicious minds, they're a-talking. They're trying to tear us apart. They don't believe in this love of mine. They don't know what love is in dreams of Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. This is one of the country songs that Tom Jones did. Say you'll stay until tomorrow. I can't face the night alone. Oh, I know it's over and we're through. Say you'll stay until tomorrow. I need you. The words have all been said. Your mind's made up to go. You're standing by the bed like someone I don't know. Nothing told, and good thing you can do. Oh, you try. Yes, you try. You can't live with a lie. So say you'll stay until tomorrow. I can't face the night alone. No, I know it's over and we're through. Say you will stay until tomorrow. I need you. I've known for some times now that things just ain't been right. Because when we try to talk, we both get so uptight. But now I know the truth, and I know where I stand. Though it hurts deep inside, give me time, I'll get by. So say you'll stay until tomorrow. I can't face the night alone. No, I know it's over and we're through. Say you will stay until tomorrow. I need you. Oh, I know it's over and we're through. Say you will stay until tomorrow. I need you.
I'm thankful for all of the people that have influenced my life, you know, from the very earliest beginnings. I couldn't even begin to name all of them and wouldn't try, but I'm just grateful for each one that has had a part in my life and has contributed to helping me become what I am today.
Well, listen, folks, I just want to say thank you so much for coming out tonight. I know it's a bad night, and you really applaud you for coming out in this and to support St. Jude. Such a great work that they do. And if you'd like to make a contribution to them, you can do it up there at the front desk. They'll give you a receipt from St. Jude so that you can write it off on your taxes. But please consider making a generous donation tonight. Again, thank you so much for coming out. This is going to be the last song that I do, and I hope that you like it. To live for today and to love for tomorrow is the wisdom of a fool. For tomorrow is promised to no one. You see, love is that wonderful thing that the whole wide world needs plenty of. And if you think for 1 minute that you can live without it, then you're only fooling yourself. Listen, please. I'd like to tell you something that happened to me just the other day. I wake up this morning, I was filled with despair. All my dreams turned to ashes, now they're gone. And I looked at my life, it was empty and so bare. Without love, I had nothing, nothing at all. Without love, I had nothing. Without love, I had nothing, nothing at all. I once had a sweetheart who loved only me, and there was nothing, no nothing she would not give. But I was blind to her goodness, and I just could not see that a heart without love cannot live. Without love, I had nothing. Without love, I had nothing, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Thank you so much. On behalf of Rob Robinson and Nadia and the entire facility here, we thank you for coming out. God bless you. Give to St. Jude. Have a safe trip home tonight.